Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning. We're so glad you're with us. I'm Karen Fuller with meteorologist Tracy Bean and Ashley King on traffic. It is our streaming time.
That's right.
Without Hayden today, but he'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, he picked a good day to be
him
off.
out of bed.
He decided to sleep in on a good day.
Yeah, it is a good day for
a sleeping day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I know I sleep so good when there's a little bit of thunder.
Well, and it's a little darker.
A little dark.
And, yeah.
And my
day
fear
of
is
fall.
always the power's going to go out though.
Yeah, well,
You know,
for our schedules too, we got to make sure we wake up. But yeah, when it's just a nice day, especially like after we get off and we go home and it's a little dark and a little rainy, I am on that couch.
Perfect
Sounds like
napping
tea
weather.
time. Perfect time for tea or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my
so
goodness.
do we know how traffic is being affected by the weather?
Yeah, it's starting to. We have a lot of volume. From the very beginning, we had a lot of volume on our roads this morning, and now we're already seeing an accident on 430. Which, when I heard Tracy say that we were going to have rain today, I thought, I better get to work a little bit early because it always affects our commute. So what we're seeing right now is an accident on 430 going northbound, just right across the river bridge here, and it is really slowing down traffic. It looks like it's up to 32 miles per hour, so it's starting to pick up just a little bit, but give yourself some extra time if you're going to be traveling north across the Arkansas River Bridge. And then we see our usual slowdown too that happens there at 30 East around the Outlet Mall and backed up to the Bryant exit in Saline County. This is what it looks like right now. Not really too bad if you're looking just north of the Arkansas River Bridge there on 430. This is the Mall Mel exit. As you can see, that's the on-ramp, and things are moving along pretty nicely. Our drive times into downtown Little Rock not being affected by any accidents or slowdowns right now. Everything looks good if you're coming in from Cabot, Benton, or Conway into downtown Little Rock, Tracy. So hopefully everyone gives themselves some extra time to just take it slow and get to their destination this morning.
Well, we are seeing some rain showers, mainly along Interstate 40, but we're starting to see some of those push into the metro as well, which is why I've issued that weather impact alert for your commute time this morning. But we're also looking at some additional storms Tuesday night into Wednesday for a secondary weather impact alert. But good news, sunnier and drier by this weekend. So again, we're starting out to fall a little unsettled for sure. We are going to start to see hour by hour a few more of those rain showers as you're making your way into work and school this morning. But by 10, I think everything will be out of here and you'll be where you need to be as well. And then we're going to see those 80s for highs today. But we do have some flood alerts to talk about. A flash flood warning is in effect this morning for Logan, Pope, and Johnson County. And starting to see that dissipate just a little bit, but we've had some heavy rain from these areas, upwards of 7 inches in a few localized areas. So keeping that in mind, this heavy rain shower is continuing to push through. And for our friends that are coming in from this direction, that's why I went ahead and issued that impact alert, because we're seeing that just north of the metro as well. And there's a lot of folks that make their way in. And so we could see light to moderate rain here in central Arkansas, but not anything like what they're seeing again in Russellville area. So keeping that in mind, this is that secondary weather impact alert that I talked about. We could see some of those strong to severe storms. It could include some damaging winds and hail. So just making sure you're staying informed. We're going to continue to see the progress of this system. And don't forget to download that THV 11 app. You'll get all of the latest information you might need for watches and mornings. And of course, we'll be live streaming for anything that you might need to know, if things amp up just a little bit. But we'll talk more about this very unsettled fall forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Tracy, thank you. Developing this morning, a shooting at a New Hampshire country club during a wedding over the weekend kills one person and leaves several others injured. Authorities say they quickly arrested a suspect, and CBS reporter Lilia Luciano has the latest.
First responders rushed in after gunfire erupted inside the Sky Meadow Country Club in Nashua.
We have multiple casualties. They're staging in front of the golf course in the main building.
Investigators say Hunter Nadeau, a former employee at the club, shot and killed Robert DeCesar with a handgun on Saturday evening.
When I watched the news and they said a man was killed, I go, but it can't be my son. So that's what runs through your mind. It can't be. It just can't be.
Evie O'Rourke is the 59-year-old victim's mother.
His wife and daughter would have been next. I mean, that's where he was aiming. And he had already shot 2 people. So what do you do?
The 23-year-old suspect, now facing a second-degree murder charge, was arrested in less than 30 minutes, according to authorities.
Of events like this you see around the country or the world, to find someone in 30 minutes is pretty effective.
Investigators said the quick response from police and patrons saved lives.
This ended up being a fairly contained event. It lasted well under a minute, and it was not nearly as tragic as it could have been.
Police say another victim who was injured was working at a wedding that was taking place when the shooting happened, that person stepped out to the hallway and was shot in the face, that they were airlifted to a Boston area hospital, and that person is now in stable condition. We are waiting to hear about the condition of the other injured. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Nashua, New Hampshire.
In the meantime, crowds filled an Arizona stadium to honor Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist shot and killed during a university debate in Utah earlier this month. More than a dozen speakers celebrated his influence and legacy, President Trump hailing him as a great American hero. And Kirk's widow, Erica, promised to carry on his mission. CBS News reporter Bradley Blackburn has more.
He wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life.
During an emotional tribute, Erica Kirk told thousands of mourners she forgives the man accused of killing her husband, conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love.
Moments later, President Trump took the stage and sounded a different note.
That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
In his remarks, the president praised Charlie Kirk.
He's a martyr now for American freedom.
And veered into politics.
Tariffs are making us rich again. We're going to save Chicago.
The president was seen smiling and chatting with former advisor, billionaire Elon Musk, as top officials took to the stage, some issuing a call to action in Kirk's name.
For Charlie, we will rebuild this United States of America to greatness. They cannot imagine what they have awakened.
27-year-old Arizona resident Harrison Stevens said the messages invigorated the crowd.
People are using the term like picking up the bloody microphone that Charlie left behind, and I think that Turning Point will definitely grow.
President Trump again said he plans to posthumously award Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom soon. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Here at home, Governor Sanders says she is moving to keep Charlie Kirk's memory alive, declaring Sunday a day of prayer and reflection for the conservative activists. Since his death, vigils have been held across the country, including one at the state capitol last weekend. The governor says the declaration serves both as a tribute to his life and as an expression of public sorrow. Also at the state capitol, family and friends came together to honor loved ones during the annual National Day of Remembrance for Murder Victims. The Central Arkansas chapter of Parents of Murdered Children hosted the memorial, offering a platform not only to remember those lost to gun violence, but also to the families who continue to share their stories and grieve. Relatives, organizers, and community members stepping up to the podium, testifying and calling attention to the rising toll of homicides in Arkansas. Photos of victims lining the rotunda, a powerful reminder of the impact gun violence leaves behind.
But it's always nice to know that there's people that care about you, that want to support you and help you get on down this road. So that's what we do. It's one of us helping the other.
In our next half hour, we'll hear directly from those at Sunday's memorial and how they continue to keep the memory of their loved ones alive. Also at the Capitol, Governor Sanders is announcing that she helped block soaring health insurance costs. She says she negotiated rate hikes down nearly 36% after some insurers proposed increases as high as 54%. The lower rates are set to take effect January 1st and will save money for both families and taxpayers. 6 affected plans cover more than 300,000 Arkansans through the Federal Health Care Exchange. And in a statement, Blue Cross Blue Shield says the revised rates followed assurances that the state's private option, Our Home, would remain fully funded despite any federal cuts. Time now 7:10. Conway is considered Arkansas's fastest growing city, and this weekend leaders laid out what it will take to keep it up. Every city department head presented budget requests to the mayor and the council for 2026. Animal Services Director Spencer Clausen pushed for higher pay for staff, while Engineering Director Kirk Jones warned road conditions will keep deteriorating without more funding. Police Chief Chris Harris says his department is running out of space and they're actually using closets for offices. Fire Chief Mike Winter pointed to low pay compared to similar sized cities, saying raises are critical to keep firefighters from leaving.
I would love to for the firefighters to make what North Little Rock makes. I also understand that our general fund is not near as big as North Little Rock's general fund. I have said if we can get close, I think we could keep our firefighters.
The City Council will now take those proposals into consideration as it works on finalizing next year's budget. In the meantime, parents are finding it even harder these days to keep track of what all their children are downloading and playing on devices. And one Arkansas Sheriff's Office is stepping in to help, hosting a special Parents' Night Out. The event covered everything from the ways children hide activity from their parents to what's accessible online, from apps to games to websites. With technology changing rapidly, kids often stay several steps ahead of parents, sometimes without realizing the dangers they may face.
The dangers of online activity just continues to grow, and that's just the society that we're in right now. So if we can come alongside parents, guardians, educators, and just give them more tools to know what they need to look for so that they can better protect their children, we consider that successful.
The Sheriff's Office stresses that children are not allowed to go to the event. That ensures parents can learn how to protect their kids without tipping them off to the strategies that are shared. Now let's go back to Ashley King and a check of the traffic on this Monday morning.
Hey, good morning, Karen. Yeah, we're seeing a few accidents that are popping up right now across the Little Rock area. And one of those accidents that I want to show you about right now is on Interstate 40. This is near North Hills Boulevard. It is affecting our drive-in, especially from Cabot. You'll see that it's moving a little bit slow here in just a few minutes, but this is what we're looking at. It's on, not on 630, but it's on Interstate 40 near North Hills Boulevard. It's affecting the right shoulder, slowing things down a little bit there, especially backed up there on 57 southbound to around McCain. We also had an accident over here. It's looking like that things are moving a little bit better on 430. It was moving northbound just across the river bridge, but traffic is back up to speed there. This is what it looks like here on Interstate 40, North Hills Boulevard area. It is off to the right shoulder, but traffic is slowing down in an area that already slows down. And then I just saw that we have an accident too that just happened eastbound I-30 near mile marker 127. And the lanes blocked at this time are the left shoulder. So we'll get another look at what's going on with that coming up in just a few minutes. But here are the drive times into downtown Little Rock. Cabot is looking a little bit slow. The other areas from Conway and Benton into downtown Little Rock look pretty good, but if you are coming in from Cabot, you're going to expect a little bit of a slower commute into downtown Little Rock.
Well,
Tracy?
I'm glad to see that Conway isn't slowing down too much, because taking a look at our radar loop here again, lots of rain in that area, which is why I have issued that weather impact alert this morning. Heavy rain across the portions of Interstate 40 and starting to diminish a little bit, but we still have that flash flood warning until 9 a.m. They extended it another hour again for Johnson, Pope, and Logan County, but we're watching some showers develop along Franklin County as well. So again, we're keeping an eye on this as central Arkansas, starting to see some of those light to moderate rain showers, not anything like what we are seeing north of us. Again, it's starting to see some of that activity around Beebe Ward as well. So that may be slowing things down a little bit as well, but the roads are wet out there. But let's move forward to tomorrow night. I have issued a weather impact alert for Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. That's going to be due to some strong to severe storms. We've got a frontal boundary pushing through, and it is going to usher in some cooler air, but it's also going to bring with it potential for some damaging winds and hail. So making sure you're staying informed and again slowing down if you are going to be out and about, especially Wednesday morning for that commute. And of course you can download that THV 11 app and get all the latest watches and warnings, especially as we're heading into the overnight hours. And of course we'll be streaming if any of this does go severe. So keeping that in mind, just stay with us. We're going to talk more about these storms and what we can expect, maybe some nice fall weather, possibly. We'll see in just a couple of minutes.